All right, so someone sent us this article, and wow, it's gotten me thinking.
Yeah, this was really something, huh?
Jon Gruden coaching again. Okay, I could see that. But in college,
It's a head scratcher at first glance,
he's
right?
definitely, I mean, this is a Super Bowl winning coach we're talking about. A guy who was once at the absolute top of the NFL food chain, salary wise. To picture him suddenly on the college sidelines.
It's a heck of a what if, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
So let's dig into this. What makes this rumor even remotely plausible?
Well, that's where it gets interesting because it actually makes sense on a few levels. Look, we know Gruden lives and breathes football. It's in his DNA.
Oh, absolutely. Even after leaving the Raiders the first time, he was right back in the booth analyzing, breaking down games.
Right. And his exit from the NFL with those email controversies, it definitely put a dent in his reputation.
For sure. It'd be tough to come back from that, at least in the NFL.
Exactly. And that's where college football comes in.
Yeah.
It's a different world in a lot of ways. More forgiving, maybe. A chance for a fresh start.
I see where you're going with this. So you're saying college football might be Gruden's way of getting back in the game, rebuilding his image.
It's a possibility, right? Plus, think about the environment. College football's all about energy, raw talent, that hunger to prove yourself. Could be a shot in the arm for a guy like Gruden.
That's a good point. Coaching in college, working with these younger, less experienced players, it might be just the kind of energy boost he needs.
I'm picturing him now, prowling the sidelines during a big rivalry game. The guy thrives on intensity.
Right, but those were seasoned NFL veterans he was dealing with. This is college. We're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds, still learning the ropes. Can Gruden even adapt his coaching style for that?
Now there's the million-dollar question. And honestly, that's something the article brings up in a big way recruiting.
Ah, the college game's not just about what happens on the field, is it?
Nope. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yep.
In the NFL, you've got the draft, a pretty clear-cut system. College recruiting, that's its own beast. It's about building relationships, convincing these high school stars, their families, that your program's the place to be.
Which, if we're being honest, isn't exactly Jon Gruden's forte, at least based on what we've seen.
It'd be a huge adjustment, and frankly, we don't know if that's something he even enjoy. So the article throws out a few names, some heavy hitters as possible landing spots for Gruden: USC, Texas, Miami.
Big names, for sure. Each one with a whole different vibe, different expectations.
Definitely. So tell me which one jumped out at you.
Honestly, Miami's the one that has me intrigued. You've got that legendary program, that swagger, but they haven't been in the championship conversation for a while. I don't know, something about Gruden in Miami just fits. But could he actually pull it off? Can he bring in the talent to make them contenders again?
See, that's the thing, right? The article even points out how Miami's had their struggles lately on the recruiting trail. And that's with the history, the legacy. Can Gruden, even with his NFL cred, really turn that around?
It's a tall order, no doubt. And then you've got USC on the other end of the spectrum. It's like they're always in the mix, but can't quite get over that hump. Bringing in a guy like Gruden with his Super Bowl ring, all the media attention, it's almost like they'd be unstoppable.
Gruden at USC. Oh man, talk about a media frenzy waiting to happen. But here's the thing. This is a program built on offensive firepower, those flashy quarterbacks putting up points. And Gruden, he's more of a grinded-out West Coast offense kind of guy. Could those styles even coexist?
That's a really interesting point. His offense has worked in the NFL, but college is a different animal now.
Yeah.
It's all about speed, spreading the field, outscoring your opponent.
Exactly. Can't forget about Texas either. Longhorns are desperate to get back on top, and that fan base, let's just say they're passionate. Could Gruden, even with his history of handling pressure, handle that pressure cooker if the wins don't come easy?
Texas football is practically its own religion down there, and they haven't won it all since '05. That's a long time for them to wait. The expectations would be through the roof. We've talked about these programs, about Gruden's coaching style.
You want to take a step back?
Yeah, zoom out a bit. Why should this even matter to the average college football fan? It's just one coach, right?
That's where it gets really interesting, see, because this isn't just about wins and losses. Jon Gruden coming back to football, period. That's a media circus.
Oh, without a doubt. Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him, can you? People will tune in just to see what he'll say, what he'll do.
And what does that mean? More money, more exposure for whatever program he chooses, primetime games, recruiting goes through the roof.
Maybe even a boost for the whole sport.
The article even brought up how he could breathe life back into some of those classic rivalries.
Right. I mean, picture it. Gruden on the sidelines for, say, the Red River Showdown. The intensity. The trash talk ratings gold.
And tactically, this is a guy with decades of NFL experience. Could he change how the college game is played? Now that's an intriguing thought, isn't it? We've seen some NFL concepts trickle down to college over the years, but Gruden's known for his play calling, always adapting. How would that mesh with the faster, more, well, wide-open style of college ball?
It'd be a clash of styles for sure. But here's something else to think about, something the article didn't really get into.
I'm all ears.
Let's say he does it, comes back, wins some big games, maybe even a championship. Does that erase the past? You know, the stuff that forced him out of the NFL?
Wow. Now, that's a question that goes way beyond football, doesn't it? It makes you think about second chances, how we judge people, all of that. No easy answers there.
It's definitely something to chew on. And honestly, I think that's what makes a deep dive like this so interesting. We're not just like summarizing an article. We're actually digging into the bigger conversation.
100%. Looking at the what ifs, the things that make you see the game differently. And that's what it's all about.
And hey, who knows? Maybe Gruden's next move will give us even more to unpack. Until then, thanks for diving deep with us.